Yo. Yo. Hello. Yo. Yo, yo, yo. Pretty sure it's working. The little box thing is on. Oh yeah, I gotta do my posts. Let's do that. Bam. Did Twitter explode? Oh boy, I hope not. Anyways, need to go on the Discord now. Alright, well, while I'm doing this, what's going on, everybody? It's Mobius Y here on Stellaris Console Edition. What the heck is happening? Maybe I just need to close the Twitch app first. There we go. Boop. Great, now I'm having connection problems too. That's fantastic. Whatever. Anyways, let's get going here. Okay, so I'll just make sure that my microphone is on. People can hear me. Hello, hello. We ready to rock and roll? I think so. All right, so it's Tuesday. We're doing Blorg, Blorgity Blorg Blorg, and yeah, where the heck? Oh, there they are. I lost track. So we missed last Friday. I was trying for a good, about 45 minutes there to get people together in a party. Couldn't get them in a party. Couldn't get people to join the game once I actually made the multiplayer game. So after trying for well over half an hour, about 45 minutes, felt like pretty close to an hour, really. I just gave up. Said F it, and I was kind of pissed and didn't really feel like streaming anymore. I know it sounds kind of cheesy to say, but like I had totally lost the mood to stream that evening, even in single player, even with the Blorgity Blorg Blorg. So I just said fuck it. Yeah, so that sucked. Wasn't terribly awesome. And hopefully nobody was too terribly disappointed by that. I do kind of apologize for it. This week, I think I'm going to not do a multiplayer stream on Friday. I'll still stream, but I got something else planned. Something else that people have been asking me to do for a while. And rather than just make a video on what I want to do it about, I'll just stream it. I figured that would be a lot more efficient. What are these guys doing? Building military station. Oh. Are we seeing another anchor being built? Is that what's going on? I don't know. So, Borchi Foods. Did we start terraforming this earlier? No, we did not. Should probably get a... What are you doing anyways? Building Science Nexus site in Varanus Black Hole. Right. So we're getting another Science Nexus in the Varanus Black Hole. We don't have another construction. What happened? Did my left stick not work? My left stick's broken, I guess. Anyways, I better do all the sellout crap. So those of you watching on YouTube, I forget to do this at the start of these streams all the bloody time. My name is Mobius Y. Thank you very much for watching my crap. If you would like to see more Stellaris Console Edition content, subscribe to my channel. I stream at least once a week, typically on Tuesdays. So you'll see me uploading Stellaris Console stuff at least once a week. Down the road, when we do get update 2.2, I do plan to go back and start releasing a few more mechanics videos again, helping people relearn the game. Blade Phoenix, hi, how's it going? Tony Knott, is it a surprise? A lot of things are a surprise. Like that 10-year-old kid you didn't know about because you just had a one night stand with this chick from like 12 years ago. That's a surprise. That counts, I think, right? Anyways, like I was saying, those of you watching on YouTube, if you'd like to see more, subscribe to the channel. Check the links in the description below for my Twitch channel, which I streamed this off of. It would be awesome for those of you watching this on YouTube. Also, try to come by and watch me play this live as well, so I can interact with you directly. And you'll also find my Twitter feed, great way to keep in touch with me, and I'll post important information. Big announcements there, namely postponing or canceling streams, and of course the Discord channel, where a bunch of the people who watch my stuff come on by and we talk about things, usually Stellaris stuff, but sometimes other stuff as well, if you'd like to. So check out those links in the description below, and of course dingle my dongle so you're notified when I put up new videos. Lol, I meant Friday. I don't know what the deal is, man, because I've been having issues with Xbox Live for, I want to say almost a week and a half, 2 weeks now, because I first noticed issues with being in a party because I was playing with I was playing with a friend of mine, and her and I just jump on and play Smite occasionally, like once in a while, for a little bit there, and we were in the middle of a game, and all of a sudden I couldn't hear her talking, and I was like, what the fuck? So I started trying to say, hello, can you hear me, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden I just dropped out of the party, and I was like, okay, well, there's party problems. And then I couldn't reconnect with her back in the party, and amazingly nobody heard me in game chat either. So there were definitely issues. Okay, so we have 35,000 minerals, more than enough for the Science Nexus when it's completed, which is great. So yeah, I haven't done a discussion stream in quite a while, so that's what I'm going to do Friday. And I also have, ooh, right, I forgot about the Dyson Sphere and Junior. I also have my outline for my tier lists ready. I'm just kind of collaborating with somebody else on those to go through them a little bit before I start actually recording those, but you guys should be seeing those very soon. I don't know how useful they're going to be. I suppose it largely depends on when we get updated to 2.2 on the console version. But at this point, I largely just want to put them out there for fun, because it's something I've wanted to do since like October, November last year, but I was procrastinating too much, and then I said, you know what, fuck it, I've largely got them figured out in my head already, so I might as well just make them a reality. I've also decided, I think from now on I'm going to be a little bit less careful about my language, so I'm going to just flat out say it right now. Probably best not to watch my stuff with kids around. That would be the safe thing to do. I've been very, for lack of a better term, diligent in watching my language for quite some time and whatnot. Sometimes I really wind up just catching myself and stuff, and it gets a little awkward. Anyway, so we are decked out to the tits with Giga Cannons, kinetic artillery, and this seems to be the way to go to eliminate these pesky Unbidden fleets. So let's see how this fight goes. We should take very minimal losses. There's going to be one battleship that rushes ahead, because there always is, and that battleship winds up getting completely focus fired because it's the only one in range of enemy weapons. But seeing as how the fleet was not even facing us, they had to like totally turn around before they could even shoot us. We basically just obliterated them right there. Let's see, can we attack? It's tempting to try and attack the dimensional portal and maybe do some damage to the fleet that's there. Let's see, what's this guy doing? This is our entering orbit of Palatial District. Going to Rasselas. Okay, that's unfortunate. Let's see, what do we want to do anyways? We've got the Dyson Sphere here. It'd be nice to get that back in our borders, but the other science nexus would be way more important. The Dyson Sphere, I think, I shouldn't have worded that the way I did. The science nexus is not more important because the Dyson Sphere will crank up our energy production and allow us to build more battleships, which we can easily do with our economy. Not that we're generating a butt ton of minerals, but we are. Man, these are all kind of mediocre options. Let's just get proclamation broadcasts. But we are stockpiling a lot right now. Now, to be fair, most of it's going to go towards the new science nexus that is currently under construction. So there's that. Once this guy's done, how many frontier outposts do we have right now? We still have 3 frontier outposts, right? Influence generation is okay. So yeah, we'll build another frontier outpost up here in Borchi, and we will terraform Borchi. It was Borchi Foods, but what are the modifiers? Oh yeah, increased building cost. That's fine. So we'll terraform it again. Hopefully it's about the same size as it was previously. At least 16 tiles. I can't remember what size it was when we first colonized it. And then, you know, we'll recolonize it, tailor it into another food world, and that will allow us to get rid of a few hydroponics farms that are on a couple of our planets. How much food is this place producing? 12? Why? Oh, we can get rid of the hydroponics farms in our spaceports, right? Not that we really want to right now, I don't think, but, you know, whatever. We produce... Why are we producing 35 food here? Oh, that's right, because we have 2 more hydroponics farms on this planet where we want to produce minerals. So that's why we want Borchi Foods back in action. At the same time, why the heck upgrade this spaceport, boyo? What the hell? Get that done. What about Razzlegat the Gulag? Same story. Need to upgrade that to... Actually, you know what? Let's hold off on that. Ooh, that just canceled everything. Okay. That's new. I wonder if that's intentional? Anyways, so it's Jabbeth Mines and Simpower are still... There we go. Science Nexus Construction. The future is ours. Wah, 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 wah. All right, let's start up the next section here. There goes 20,000 minerals down the toilet, which is fine. Okay, so we need to go over here, build a frontier outpost. He's going to go through friendly territory to get there. It's probably faster anyways. Or is it? Let's see. Yeah, it's faster. It's nice being able to, because this cuts down, this jump here, you jump up, ooh, I'm trying to get the cursor on it, from this star to this star, that's a fair distance, this star to this star is a fair distance, and then over to here. And then all the jumps necessary to get through this area is pretty short too. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jumps, and you're right there in Borchi, as opposed to making an additional, like, how many more jumps is it from over here? So from Borchi, 7 jumps in the other direction is essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're at Bashpat, and then you make another, like, how many did we count with those long distance jumps? Like, another 4 jumps is like 1, 2, 3, and you're maybe over here in Japres. So you still have like a long way to go. There's like another almost 10 jumps through that little portion right there, as opposed to cutting up through this way. Much, much faster. Extra-dimensional weaponry done. Okay, so we now have the ability to equip the Unbidden's weapons. Here's what they do. Let's just go into a new design really quick, and we'll just do a broadside bow, because that has large, medium, and small sections. Here we go. Matter disintegrator. So the large does 55 to 100 damage per shot. Has a cooldown of just under 4 days at 3.85. Accuracy 74%, weird value. Tracking 5%, range 80. So the same as like a large laser, large plasma cannon, large disruptor, all that stuff. There's a rivalry going on. Who is rivaling who? Oh, those guys again. Whatever. Don't care. Everybody hates the autocracy of Polisi for some reason. Poor guys. Poor guys. Really sucks to be them. Okay, we probably should just attack this because we don't want reinforcement fleets to show up when we really don't want them to. Let's just go in. We'll do an attack. This fleet itself, this large 437,000 fleet power fleet, I should say, it does not get reinforced itself, if I recall correctly. So we can just, whittle it down, attack after attack after attack. It's the actual reinforcement fleets that we have to worry about. They'll be on their own, but, they're technically reinforcements. So we might be able to get some free shots off if we come in from the back here as well. That'll be pretty cool. If you hear some munching, I have Girl Guides cookies right next to me, and they're the delicious ones. Hostile station engaged.
Situation log updated.
Get out of here. Okay, here we go. Let's see how much damage we can do. I think once we see some unbidden weapons actually shooting at us is when we will emergency FTL. Taking out a few ships. Look at all that kinetic battery. Oh, it's glorious. A giant hailstorm of bullets. Okay, there's a couple. There's a couple shots. Got another station. Okay, starting to take some damage. Let's take a look-see here. Yep, we've got one battleship. Ooh, you're about to die. So, do we have... Are any of their ships heavily damaged? I don't think so. See, I wasn't expecting that we would do very much damage because once we're in range of their weapons, they have a lot of weapons because, I mean, they had, what, 30 of the one ship, 50 of the other, and 80 or 90 of the other, so like they had a lot of ships. Alright, so let's just go ahead and retreat. How many ships did we lose? Oops. Ships lost 2, ships critically damaged 1, so I'll build 2 more. We took out 3 cruisers and 7 battleships, which isn't too bad because the battleships are the big bulk of their fleet power. Didn't realize that was an actual strategy. What's an actual strategy? Can you be a wee bit more specific? Alright, so our minerals have actually shot up to 576 per month, and it'll stay that way for a few months. Not a huge amount, but that'll give us a couple thousand minerals while we wait for our fleet to get back from emergency FTL. What didn't you realize was an actual strategy there, Blade? Look at our energy just go through the roof now, too. See, we would be generating about this much if we had that Dyson sphere under our control again. I think once this current Frontier Outpost is done, we terraform Borchi. I know they're very shield heavy, but I didn't know about the hit them for a bit, whittle them down, and run. You gotta show them what the Blorg are made of. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it's totally viable, and it's also something you can do against the Prothoran as well, if you're still struggling. Like, the difference with the Prothoran is, in this situation, I only need the one fleet because I can handle the small Unbidden reinforcement fleets no problem, and this fleet is just sitting here defending the portal. If a reinforcement fleet plus a construction ship goes off and tries to make an anchor, which I think they might have been doing here in Aklinda, with that one construction ship building a military station, although I can't be specific, or sorry, I can't be certain, I should say. Being able to take them out is kind of nice. And I don't need multiple fleets to do it because there's way less Unbidden fleets moving around than there will be Prothoran fleets, especially if the Prothoran, take over half the galaxy. This guy is rebuilding some military stations, isn't he? Yes, he is. So in the Prothoran's case, the times that I've beaten the Prothoran, except for with the one planet strategy that I streamed where we just stomped the crap out of them in like 5 minutes, I've always had multiple fleets. I had one big fleet that would still go around cleansing planets and stuff, but it would actually stay and fight and attack Prothoran fleets, and it was big enough that it could do that. And then I would have one, maybe two other smaller battleship fleets that could easily deal with like the Prothoran military stations and spaceports and stuff, and then they would just go bomb a planet, cleanse it, and then leave. And if they got caught by a large Prothoran Starbrood fleet, which they could not take on without suffering huge losses, I would just emergency FTL them out of there as soon as possible to drastically reduce the amount of losses we would suffer. So it's totally doable. You can do the same thing against like fallen empires. You need to merge. Go to your thing. You can do the same with fallen empires because they don't replenish their fleets. Where you might run into problems, where you will run into problems is with awakened empires. You can't necessarily do that because they replenish their fleets, and they do build ships quite fast, faster than a player could. All right, give me that frontier outpost, please. So just as a rule of thumb, this Friday, the stream, I had to print some stuff out at work because I can't use my printer here at home. But I just got some notes down, and I have a save file ready to go through some ship designs. It's going to be a long stream. I'll probably start around my normal time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern, maybe. I might start around because we're not doing multiplayer, so I probably won't do the early start. And it's going to definitely be a necessary 2 hours stream. It might even be longer. I'm hoping not. I have a habit of babbling about this kind of crap, though, so it could very well wind up being a long stream. And when I download it, I'm going to break it up into 2 parts because the first little bit I intend to...
Construction.
Do we need to make another battleship? Nope. We got 2 on the way. Okay. So let's move these guys back over to here, to Zuner. This will make the current battleships trying to regroup with them take longer, but you know what? I don't care. That's perfectly fine. So anyways, yeah, I'll break it up into 2 parts, discussing what you want to consider when you're designing your ships. Borchi Foods, there you are. Let's terraform. And what do we need? We need a tropical world, right? All of our colonies are currently tropical, so yes, tropical world. Can we do a Gaia world? No. Why can't... okay. Oh, maybe it's because it has to be a habitable world first, and then we turn it into a Gaia world. I don't know. Anyways, that's going to take a while to terraform. 2,700 days, what's that? 30 years? Good lord. Really? No. No, my math is way off. 3,600 days is 10 years, so I'm going to say that's about 7 or 8 years. Jeez, where the hell was my math coming from? Anyways, so yeah, because I'm going to talk about things like, what you need to take what you need to take into account when designing your ships. The accuracy and tracking of the weapons you want to use, the evasion of the ships that you are going to be going against, the different components that increase various aspects like combat speed, sublight speed, tracking, chance to hit, evasion, and all sorts of little tips and tricks and that kind of stuff. And then the very, very long portion of that stream will be me going through ideas of ship designs, both at certain stages of the game and to combat certain enemies. So, should be a fun stream. Haven't done one of those in a while. And then after that, starting next week, I am hoping early next week, you'll start seeing uploads where I finally get those tier lists public that I've been talking about for quite some time. And like I said, those tier lists, don't know how useful they will be, or I should say how long they will be useful, as I'll have to redo them, reevaluate and redo them for when we get 2.2, which is fine. But at the very least, it'll give both myself and the people who watch my garbage an idea of how to try to min-max in the current version of Stellaris Console. You know what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build... Oh, we can't. An orbital station is already orbiting. Oh, you can't build a frontier outpost in a system where you have a Dyson sphere. Lessons. Okay, so this Science Nexus is actually helping us out with our science right now, which is fantastic. When that other one comes online, it'll be even better. All right, let's see. Where is our second strike force? They're coming. They're on the way. So we're going to hit that... whoops. Jeez, what am I doing? We're going to hit that fleet again, try to do some more damage. Thankfully, there has not been any reinforcement fleets yet. Again. We'll probably take a couple losses again, if not from their weapons, from emergency FTL. It'd be great if this guy had the Trickster trait, because that reduces emergency FTL damage by 50%. At first, I didn't think too highly of the Trickster trait because of that kind of crap, but it increases evasion. If I recall right, it increases evasion, which is pretty decent. And do we have an example here? Nope. And it decreases the damage that you take from emergency FTL, which is nothing to scoff at. Now, unyielding, increasing ship hull points by a plus 10%. That's a pretty decent bonus to increasing the survivability of your ships. However, admirals with the unyielding trait, they cannot emergency FTL. So if you put an admiral in charge of a fleet that you intend to take into battle, and you're like, they're not going to win this fight, so I'll just weaken this fleet and then emergency FTL. However, if that fleet is in command by an admiral with the unyielding trait, you cannot emergency FTL. So I'm just going to tell you that right now. Those of you who are unaware, please be aware of that. Because it just leads to a bad time. If you're like, oh my god, they can't escape. Oh my god, I got them in this losing battle. They can't escape. Oh shit. I'm going to lose my whole fleet. Wop, wop, wop. And then you feel really dumb. And I swear I'm totally not telling you about that from personal experience. I mean, such a thing has never happened to me. I mean, yes, it has happened to me. Build mining stations there. Not that we really need all these little mining stations and all that jazz, because they're pretty much just going to eat up more energy. But it's a slight boost to our minerals generation. Oh my god, 37 minerals for a mining station. We must have a ruler in power right now that is reducing that even further. That's pretty awesome. Those are very cheap mining stations. Okay, oops, hold on. There we go, mining station. And then these, not a big deal to get these research stations, but, you know, more science is more science. They'll help a little bit. Huh, good to know. What about aggressive? Seems like the same deal. No, in my experience, aggressive, which I don't have an example here, it just increases their fire rate. You can still emergency FTL. I do seem to recall that being a thing, because I had, back with the Newtonians, I had an aggressive admiral where I was repeatedly using emergency FTL when we were first fighting the Prothoran. Okay, so the Unbiddeners, ready to go. Back into Thrad. Let's do some damage again, and then GTFO. While they're warping in, let's take a quick peek at the Science Nexus. 100 days remaining, so not long after this battle, we'll probably be able to do the next section of the Science Nexus. Whoa. Alright, Blorg, let's do this. Round 2, ding! Looks like looks like these two battleships here are gonna get oh my god. Oh, that's better. Needed a sip of water. The other thing too is that the Unbidden ships do not repair. So when you damage ships, even if you don't destroy any ships, if you damage them and then GTFO, that damage to their hull, in particular, is still there. Alright, so we're gonna... They're in weapons range, and before this top battleship, which is already heavily damaged... where was it? Pretty much at the very top here. There we go. This bad boy, he's already down to... just about half hull, so we're going to emergency FTL. What happened there? We didn't lose any ships, it looks like, so that's cool. Not from the emergency FTL. And we took out 15 more battleships and 4 more cruisers, so that's a fair chunk of their battleships. So they dropped down about 100,000 in fleet power just from us taking out all those battleships. Now they're down to 14 battleships. Still got a lot of cruisers and escorts to go through, but those the cruisers in particular, those are kind of like priority target number 2. The battleships have the most large weapons, if I recall correctly, so they have like the greatest range. So the more of those we knock out by coming in from behind where their fleet is positioned, the more shots we'll be able to get off the next time we come in to do some damage. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is with the remaining minerals, let's build up. Oh wait, that's right. It's because they were still way over there. Dang it, I really want Borchi Foods to get online, eh? There we go. Another frontier outpost ready. Now that guy's going to go do all that stuff. So our energy just shot up quite a bit. So we can build a bunch more battleships. The current problem is because we only have 3 that are ready to build battleships. That's unfortunate. Okay, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to fully upgrade these spaceports. See, I should have done this earlier. We're going to upgrade these spaceports. And then the next time we go to fight, we'll do a bunch of damage. We'll emergency FTL. We should have enough time and resources to increase the amount of ships in the fleet. They're coming back in 24, 71, 09, 12. So we got about another month. Excuse me. Let's see. Can we breach the shroud? I haven't done that in a while, I don't think. We sure can. Ooh, summon a psionic avatar, increase unity, increase lifespans. Psionic avatar, please. It's simply beyond our current ability to channel. Well, that sucks. How awesome would that have been to get a psionic avatar in the battle as well? Like, even if it died, we could have had it, like, soaking up quite a bit of damage, probably. Actually, I don't know. With the Unbidden weapons, with their extra-dimensional weaponry, having 50% shield penetration, they would probably take a psionic avatar out pretty quickly. Because even though a psionic avatar has a lot of shields at, like, 20,000 or something like that, it only has about 5,000 hull points. Alrighty. I'm still upset that we lost that Science Nexus here in Pleione. You know what? I'm going to get this construction ship to try and build a frontier outpost over here. And here. Just to see what happens. Can we do it? Can we get that Science Nexus back? Because I really, really, really want it back. It's the Grolk Nexus. How can you not want the Grolk Nexus back? Plus, we'll get 2 of our former colony worlds back, too, that we can also terraform and rehabilitate. Okay, what do we want? You know what? I don't care for flash coolant or focusing arrays because we're not using energy weapons, so let's just get applied superconductivity. Definitely don't need planetary signal boosters because, law, we have a sentry array. We can see everything. I gotta say, planetary signal boosters is probably the most useless repeatable technology in the game. Especially if you have Utopia. There's pretty much no reason to ever get it. So while we're on the subject of repeatables, let's see, what do we have in physics? Yeah, gravitational analysis. I do believe that gravitational analysis and what's the other one? Talent acquisition? Yeah, talent acquisition. I'm pretty sure that these 2 repeatables only go up to grade 5 because they reduce the cost of constructing buildings for gravitational analysis and for recruiting leaders with talent acquisition. I'm pretty sure they only go up to grade 5 each. Excuse me. Because I've never gotten them higher than that. They just disappear afterwards. Which is fine. If you get those 2 done, they're actually pretty useful. Cheap leader recruitment, great. Let's take a look, see how cheaply can we recruit a new admiral. Anyways, 17.5 influence, beautiful. Yeah, look at that. And our scientists are even less because of the tradition in the discovery tree that makes scientists even cheaper to recruit. Look, this guy's 0.7 influence. So, cheap, 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 cheap. Look, this guy's 1 influence. Cheap, 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 cheap. That's always nice, but it's also great when you have buildings that cost you a whopping, like look at this power plant here. A power plant 1, 30 minerals. A temple, 50 minerals. Yep. Pretty cheap. Cheap, 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 cheap. It's always nice. So besides those 2, alright, let's just let the time roll while we look at this stuff. So besides those 2, cell revitalization is alright because it increases leader lifespan. 5 years each time. Proclamation broadcasts, also pretty good to increase edict duration. Every time you complete 10 levels of proclamation broadcasts, you just added another 10 years to the basic planetary edicts. Now, in terms of Consecrate World, every time you complete proclamation broadcasts, it adds another 10 years to that edict, which is awesome. There. Communication protocols, increasing your sector limit, total crap. I would never bother with it. There's the 2 for increasing army health and army damage. Aggressive. They are aggressive conditioning, and I forget what the one for army health is. I think it's neural dampeners or something like that. Those are definitely good, helping you with planetary invasions. Never get communication protocols. It's crap. It increases your sector limit. Whoop-de-fucking-do. You never want to bother with it, because if we go over the cosmography, I can have up to 3 sectors. Right now, we can effectively control 3 sectors, base 2 from owned planets plus 1.25. If you have way more planets than I do right now, we only have 5 planets. So if you have way more planets, if you have like 20 planets, you're getting like another plus 5 sectors. So you should be able to have like 7 sectors. You should never have to get that stupid technology to increase your sector limit. It's dumb. Don't do it. What else was there? There's got to be at least one more in society. Talent acquisition, again, I recommend it. Transgenic crops, if you definitely need to increase food production, then yeah, go for it. There's nerve dampeners. I thought so. And that's it for the repeatables in society. And then you've got the engineering repeatables. Oh my god, the engineering repeatables. Assembly algorithms to increase build speed. That's a pretty good one. There's fortified core layers and synchronized firing solutions to increase military station health and damage, respectively. These will increase health and damage of your military stations by 10% as opposed to just 5% on your ships. So, I mean, that's not too bad. But if you're not building military stations at all, which I very rarely do, I'll admit, it's a cardinal sin, I should use them more, then these will be kind of pointless. Matter compression, all your ships get increased armor plus by 5% each time you complete it. Yeah, that's a good one. Hull integrity, that one's a big one. That's a big important one. Extraction patterns, increased minerals generation, that's another big one. Definitely get that one. What else is there? I think that's it for what I have completed, but there should be other ones that I can look at. Synapse interceptors, and there's another one for strike-craft attack speed. I can't remember what it is. Heat recyclers, I believe, for strike-craft damage and attack speed. Not necessary, obviously, if you're not using strike-craft. And considering strike-craft are not that great in our current version of the game, I would not bother with it. There's synchronized firing patterns, like I said, plus 10% military station damage. Now, my reason for preferring energy weapons all the time over the other weapons is because in the engineering tree you have miniaturized pre-igniters and thermodynamic yield control, which increase explosive weapon attack speed and damage respectively. You also have the loader efficiency, and I can't remember what the one for kinetic weapons is. Density munitions, I believe, for increased attack speed and damage of your kinetic weapons. Well, that's all well and good, but the problem is that the engineering tree is just, it's got way more repeatables than the physics tree. And the physics tree gets even less once you complete gravitational analysis to grade 5. You'll never see it again. Then you have a higher chance to constantly see applied superconductivity, which increases energy credits production. Flash, coolant, and focusing arrays, which increase energy weapon attack speed and damage, respectively. Planetary signal boosters, which you never want to get. And whatever else in the physics tree might be useful. Shield harmonics. So once you get rid of gravitational analysis, which is one of the useful physics repeatables, there's only shield harmonics, flash coolant, focusing arrays, and applied superconductivity. There's only 4 remaining useful physics repeatable technologies, and that's the useful ones, not counting planetary signal boosters. Whereas in the engineering tree, you still have a butt ton of useful ones. Assembly algorithms isn't too bad if you are still colonizing like your new ring worlds or habitats or something like that, or just new planets that you've terraformed. Being able to construct those buildings much more quickly is always awesome. Matter compression for more armor. Hull integrity for more ship hull points. And then, of course, the weapon damage and attack speed for missiles and kinetic weapons, depending on which one you're going for. More than likely the kinetic weapons. But then there's the ones that, you either rarely get or don't get. The 2 for military stations, the 2 for strike craft, the 2 for what's the other one? I can't remember now. There's just a bigger pool of engineering repeatables than there is for physics repeatables. So it's much easier to be repeatedly completing the energy weapon repeatables compared to the other ones in the other trees. So that's why I pretty much always prefer energy weapons. It's easier to upgrade them later in the game. Oh, why are you going that way? You dingaling? Go down here. It's just easier to upgrade them in this late portion of the game because you're more likely to get those particular repeatables relating to the specific weapons you're using, as opposed to, you know, maybe this role you get like military station repeatables, explosive weapon repeatables, and strike craft repeatables, and you don't get any like increased damage or attack speed to your kinetic weapons, which is what you're using this game. So it's like, what the hell? That's just my 2 cents. You can call me an idiot and say I'm talking out my ass all you want. I don't really care. I'm just voicing my opinion after all. Base 9,000. Really? Okay, so let's see. So applied superconductivity 1 is 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. That sounds about right. Okay, so the base cost of repeatable text goes up 1,000 more points. The very first repeatable costs 4,000. Sorry, the very first repeatable of that type costs 4,000. 4,000 science. I'm having a brain fart. Oh my goodness. So what do we got here? We got crew quarters, engineering bay, fleet academy, and battleship assembly yards, and that's it. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's go engineering bay, fleet academy, battleship. Then we might as well get the gulag. Wait, that was where I just did. What the hell? Engineering bay, fleet academy, battleship. Behold, the Shogun battleship. If anybody gets where that's from, congrats. This has been actually a really fun game. So this will actually be like part 13 of the Blorg, I just realized. So I don't really want to be streaming these guys for too much longer. Not only because I don't want to be playing the same game for, you know, a bajillion years, like we've done a few other times. Man, there's a lot of people here. Gooseman, good to see you again. Joe the Frogman, you are being awfully quiet. Mortanus, thanks for coming by again. Shady Slacker, appreciate you coming by to check out my stuff. Oops, nope, don't block people. Why would I do that? Where'd the name list go? V and K, thanks for coming by. Virgo Pros. Anthology. Thank you everybody for coming by to watch this stream live. I really appreciate it. Alright, we are full on energy credits, so we're going to go ahead and talk to one of the trade guilds. Give me some of those hot minerals. And look at that, we can afford the next section of the Science Nexus. Woohoo! Speaking of which, 600 days still, so 2 years before that's done. About a little less than 2 years, but pretty close. Okay, Unbaddeners in position, ready to roll out. Let's do this. Gonna do some more damage. Damage. It's time to do damage. Fun fact, I do recall that, yeah, I do believe it is the Unbidden escort ship design, which the little special other science ship, the ethereal science ship that you can get from an event, is modeled after. Alright, come on, start shooting. There we go. Yeah, take out some of those big bad battleships. Beautiful. 2 down already. Oh my god. Just shredding them. I got a funny feeling that some of them were still pretty heavily damaged from the last time we were attacking them. Okay, we're going to stick around and have the guys fight a little bit longer because they're only just now getting hit by a few large weapons. Let's see. Yep, they're, ooh. They've been doing some damage. Check out this guy. Ooh, yeah, it's time to go. Retreat. Run away. Didn't lose a ship again, but we took out 11 more battleships, 3 cruisers, and 9 escorts. So we're starting to take out some of those escorts. Got about 1/10 of them. 3 more cruisers and 11 battleships. So they're down to 3 battleships, 46 cruisers, 77 escorts. Not bad. Not bad. That was a number. And I'll bet you those remaining battleships, wherever they are, I'll bet you they're still heavily damaged. Those are cruisers. Where did their battleships go? They'll go to the back. Is this them? Yeah, that's got to be them. Let's see. So this guy's got 1170. Reading is hard. 1170 hull points left. 1205 and 1734 out of like 9,000. So yeah, they're heavily damaged, and they're going to stay that way until we come back and beat them up again. So we'll get one. Okay, so I said it would be like this next attack where we'll build up some more battleships to take these guys on and take them out once and for all. But we'll just do another kind of. How long before we get these guys? 6 months before we get the fleet back. So that's fine.
Research complete.
Got a few months of high production until then. Extraction patterns 6. Beautiful. Okay, next up. Ooh, there's high density munitions. But you know what? We're going to switch over to energy weapons as soon as we take out the Unbidden. So I'm just going to go with hull integrity. Although I will admit I don't know what energy weapons I'm going to switch to. Why are there a bajillion fleets moving in this area? Ooh, there's a 250,000 fleet. Really? Look at that. That's a Federation fleet, too. 81 battleships, 81 cruisers, 76 destroyers, and 82 corvettes. Well, I'm really glad you guys are using those fleets to just kind of move around and do absolutely nothing, rather than actually help out with the Unbidden. Thanks a lot! Useless buggers. When we're done here, I really want to declare war on that Federation and beat the ever-loving crap out of them. Oh, now you're moving into the Thrad system. Yeah, thanks for the help. The Awakened Empire is moving in to do some damage on the Unbidden. They'll probably take them out. There is actually a big bonus to the Empire that takes out the dimensional portal, if I recall correctly. We're not going to get our fleets back in time. I protest. This is some righteous bullshit. Nobody has done jack shit taking on the Unbidden. Until just now, when the Awakened Empire is like, oh, hey, they're pretty weak now. We can take them on. You suck. Boy, I hope the Unbidden just shreds these guys. Tear him a new booty hole. Ooh, better yet, they can take out a bunch of these escorts. That'll be awesome. I think they've got the advantage in ship numbers, though, by a fair bit. Like, the number of Unbidden cruisers, they have that many battle cruisers. Or battleships, I suppose you could say. So yeah, I think the Unbidden is going to get wiped out here. If not heavily damaged. Yeah, I think this is pretty safe to say that this is the end of the Unbidden, folks. They're just going to go in and take them out. Look at all these little strike craft. Little Awakened Empire, Fallen/Awakened Empire strike craft. Billions of lasers. Lasers for you. Billions of lasers to turn you to poo. Well, how about this dimensional portal? They taking that thing out? Yep. Unbidden killed by us, 501. Unbidden killed by others, about 400. Zero-dimensional anchors. Harvested vessels, 325. Harvested worlds, 39. Oh, wow. Didn't even bother reading those situation log entries when the Unbidden first showed up. Kind of cool looking, though. Concentrate all fire on that interdimensional portal! Damn, this thing takes a beating. Holy crap. I mean, I guess that's understandable, seeing as how it has 345,000 hit points. Alright, well, good job, fellow Federation member. That is the Awakened Empire. Thanks for coming in to help, you know, after I did all the fucking heavy lifting. But hey, that's one way to beat the Unbidden. Victory snatching assets. Yeah, I know, right? That is a lot of little strike craft. And they look so cool. Pew 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 pew. Wouldn't it be cool if they were like getting sucked up by the dimensional portal? Dimensional portal destroyed. The dimensional portal and the Thrad system has been destroyed. This means that the extra-dimensional invaders can no longer receive reinforcements from their twisted realm. With the destruction of this portal, the end of these invasions is finally in sight. A profound sense of elation has settled over most of the galaxy. The Twaxidar regulators has won much admiration. Yeah, fuck you. Since it was their ships that struck the final blow against the portal. The crews of those vessels will be celebrated as heroes for generations to come. Invasion defeated. The last vestiges of the extra-dimensional invaders has been wiped out, hopefully riddling the galaxy of this threat for good. Sentients everywhere are celebrating the news of this great victory, safe at last in the knowledge that they won't be harvested as food by these strange energy creatures after all. Perhaps this is the beginning of a new era of galactic cooperation and friendship? The galactic economy should make a swift recovery. 2069 unity gained. Greetings, Blorg. Have you come to ask for our guidance in the battle against that which threatens us all? No, because we took care of it! Greetings, Blorg. Let's see. Defender of the galaxy. Huh. Request to become satellite. Custodial attitude. Okay. That's different. Well, that's cool. Alright, let's try breaching the shroud again. Nope, can't do that yet. That's fine. How about... Why don't we go ahead and try talking to the autocracy of Polisi? What's up? I almost forget that I'm talking to an alien when I converse with you, Blorg. Almost. Can we invite them to the Federation? They must be at peace. Okay. So how do we... Who are they at war with right now? With the mandate of Tabaras, blah, 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 blah. They have, like, no fleet power, apparently. Alright, so those guys are repaired. Is anybody attacking them right now? Like, do they have hostile fleets in their system? Yes, they do. Let's see. Let's, Can we declare war against these other dinglings? Mandate of Taparis. Declare war. Our war philosophy policy does not allow us to declare war. Well, that's shit. Unrestricted wars. Let's try that again. Declare war. Opponents. Oh my god, yep. Yeah. Yeah, this is like half the galaxy. Let's see, Blorg. Let's, how many of these guys can we liberate? Oh boy. This is beyond a bad idea, so I'm just gonna hold off on it for a little bit. I kind of want these guys to survive, even though they've been xenophobic jerk-offs the entire time. Oh, hey, there's their fleet. Okay. Their fleet. No wonder their fleet power is considered pathetic. All right. Well, let's get everybody. Let's get our main fleet back to Bistramar power. We're gonna have to retrofit them with some enhancements. Can you hear Ramathorn in the background? Enhance. 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 Alright, so we're going to change this to... the precog interface, I think, was really good. Landing us way more hits with the kinetic artillery and whatnot. Because kinetic artillery has shitty accuracy and tracking. Like, even the Giga Cannon has better accuracy. Still zero tracking. So I think the precog interface in that respect was very helpful. But I'm going to change it to the Sentient Combat Computer for an extra 5% bonus weapon damage and 5% fire rate. We'll keep the side jump drive. What else do we have here? Let's see. Alright, so we're going to go Tachyon Lance, and then... what else can we do? Let's just go broadside. No, I don't know. Yeah, let's go broadside core and broadside stern, because I'm going to slap on... ooh, maybe I should use the matter disintegrators. They're energy weapons. Yeah. Let's throw those on. 75%. Roughly the same accuracy and tracking as... and we'll just do 2 flat cannon on the asshole. On the ass end, excuse me. Oof. That came out wrong. Just to be on the safe side. Okay. And we do that. And can we throw on 2 more psi shields? Yes, we can. Let's do that. Sure. Science Nexus Research Wings. We're almost there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, last section. There we go. And we still have 11,000 minerals to upgrade the fleet. Maybe build new ships if we have to. Yeah, I think this'll work. So let's go ahead. How much to upgrade? 300. That's it? Really? Okay. Bloop bloop. It's already been an hour. I had a strong feeling that as soon as these guys awakened due to the Unbidden being here, I was like, oh man, we're going to have a wicked fighting chance now. This is going to go real well. I suspected as much as soon as that happened, and sure as shit, that's exactly what happened. Let's disband this frontier outpost. Don't think we need it anymore. Yep, the borders stayed... Okay, I lied. The borders did not stay anywhere near the same. Well, shit. Mistakes have been made. That's okay. We've got the Dyson Sphere in the borders still, so whatever. What was here in Derbiter? Tundra World. Did we have... I thought we had a habitable world in here that we used to be a colony. But Derbiter 3 is only a 15-tile tundra world, which ain't that great. What about this planet? Not a terraforming candidate. Okay, so I guess I'm just on drugs. Let's see. Regulus 3. What did we have in here? Let's go ahead and terraform this into a tropical world. Sure, why not? Ship's upgraded, baby. What about this one? Sure, terraform it too, because why not? And this one, whoa, what the? This planet was once a gas giant, but its proximity to its stars burned away the thick atmosphere. All that remains now is a super dense and mineral-rich metallic core. Alright, Regulus 4, Toxic World. Ammonia Biosphere, that's why it has the +2 society. This one, terraforming candidate? No, Asteroid Belt. Okay, well, that answers that. Okay, so, what else should we do? What else should we do? I don't know. Maybe we should, yeah, we're going to have to redesign our cruisers and all that crap, too. Let's go with a torpedo bow, torpedo core, and a broadside stern. Maybe we should just do a broadside bow. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah, we'll just throw on a bajillion neutron torpedoes. Screw it. Oh, yeah, matter disintegrators. Right. Actually, you know what? What am I doing? I've got a better idea. I'm just gonna not save that ship design. I got a better idea. You know what? I was gonna redesign the battleship to a broadside bow, or actually an artillery bow would be even better, I think. Okay, so let's go ahead and do shield harmonics 5. Get that total 25% bonus shield strength. But you know what? Okay, so I'm on drugs. I'll just shut up. Let's stick with. Let's do a broadside bow, artillery core, and broadside stern, and we'll just throw matter disintegrators up the yin-yang. I like it. It sounds so stupid, it's awesome. Yep, I'm gonna go with that. It sounded cool. It sounded cool in my head, not so much out loud, but I don't care. I'm gonna stick with it. No, that doesn't work either. Didn't think so. That's okay. Do. And then the destroyer. What do we do here? Research complete. Let's see. Let's get cell revitalization. I do want this current admiral living for a while longer still. Did these guys already upgrade? Yeah, oh yeah. Duh. I didn't change them. It's cruisers and the other stuff that I'm changing right now. Let's go ahead. Destroyers. Let's play it safe and go with a picket ship bow and flak artillery stern, because I don't know how many of these dinglings in this Federation use strike craft. We'll find out. We'll definitely find out. Psionic shields, psionic shields, psionic shields, psionic shields. How many ZPMs can we put on? There we go. Perfect. Okay, I like that. Precognitive interface destroyer. Do I want that? Increased chance to evade? Or do I want an increased chance to hit? You know what? Seeing as how it still has plus 14 tracking, whatever. We'll just stick with the precog interface to increase their evasion. Seeing as how they get plus 9 tracking from sensors already. At that. Okay, that reminds me. Cruiser has the sentient combat computer for the 15% bonus fire rate, which is what I want. And then the Corvette Well, they did invade the galaxy with them. Yeah, that's very true. The Corvette, keep the precognitive interface for that plus 11 chance to evade and plus 20% combat speed. What goes with the plus 60% combat speed on the thrusters. The Diplasmer thrusters. You know what? We're going to change this to Interceptor, and it's just going to have 3 small matter disintegrators. Because why not? Shield capacitor or advanced thingamajiggers? I don't know. Let's go with a shield capacitor. Why not? Psionic shields. Oh my god. Okay, so maybe afterburners is the way to go? Maybe not. It's more expensive to go with afterburners. That sucks. Can we throw on neutronium armor? Yes. One thing of neutronium armor. Maybe if we do 0-point power. Let's see. More evasion with the 0-point power. And slightly higher damage. Not by much, but slightly. Okay, sure. We'll go with the 0-point power. Leave it at that.
Construction complete.
Beautiful. BCS Longshoreman. Lovely. Alright, where is this guy? Down here in Unar. Did we get that back? Yes. Okay, so now I don't care about the frontier outposts that I just finished here. I just want to build one here in Pleione to get that science nexus back under our control. And then I'll disband these other two because I don't care about them. Did you seriously just do that? You did. Mistakes were made. Okay, Borchi, are you done terraforming yet? You've got a while still, don't you? Yes, you do. Okay, so I think I'll just queue up a colony ship in Bistermar and start flying it over there. Hang on, let's take a look at our factions. Long period of peace. We haven't had a long period of peace yet, imbeciles. I really want to embrace more militarism. So let's go factions. Marshal of Order of the Thorn does not have enough support or enough influence to do that, so that's fine. I mostly just want to get rid of this partial spiritualism because it's really not doing anything. "90 days and we can breach the shroud again." Woo! Now what? Alright, they made peace. Good. Beautiful. Excellent. Wonderbar. Okay. So, now... what happened exactly? No demands. Okay. That works. Now, autocracy. Can we invite you to the Federation? Dislikes Twaxidar regulators. Of course you do. Equivalent? They're not equivalent. This game sometimes. Well, we've jumped from about 120k fleet power to 143k fleet power just by upgrading our fearsome big bad battleships. Speaking of which, we're going to build a few more. So I'm just going to go 1, 2. 1, 2. It'll take them a long time to regroup with the main fleet, but I don't really care. Now, once Borchi Foods gets online, we can actually, you know what else we can do? Is we can get rid of, maybe not the crew quarters yet, but we can definitely get rid of the solar panel networks because we have more than enough energy, especially with that Dyson sphere under our control again. So we're going to do, I'm going to say cruiser assembly yards. We'll get rid of the solar panel network with cruiser assembly yards because I would definitely want to use some of these cruisers. With the 5 medium matter disintegrators. Or, sorry, 6 medium... Wait, how did I build them again? I think they have 4 medium and 1 large, right? Yeah. I can't believe I forgot. I'm old. Leave me alone. Once we get Borchi Foods online, I'm thinking get rid of all the orbital hydroponics farms and crew quarters at that point. Not until we colonize Borchi Foods, though. Which will be a bit. Once that colony ship is on... Did I not do a colony ship? Oh. Right. So yeah, we're going to do a private colony ship. Then we'll do battleship, and cruiser. Yeah, I forgot that I was looking at my current governing ethics and factions and stuff to decide if I just want to do a colony ship or a private colony ship. In this instance, I want a private colony ship because I'm hoping the colonists on it adopt differing ethics, not like spiritualism. $32.40. One of our battleships has a hull point value of 3,240. Can't believe I don't have any more science ships. I'll probably want to rebuild more a little later. Okay, we're almost full on energy again. So first things first. Actually, this is a bad idea because we don't have any science worlds right now. We only have science nexuses. The Shroud. Reach into the Shroud. Increased influence or increased firing rate? I'm going to say increased firing rate would be fantastic. Let's try it. Empire influence gain minus 20%. God damn it. And just like that, influence goes into the shitter. Damn it, damn it, damn it. It was a gamble, but screw it. Did it anyways. Alright, let's go talk to these dinglings. We would like to trade for minerals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Okay, so with this other science nexus coming online, what else do we build after that? I don't know. We should probably consider getting a Dyson sphere up and running somewhere. But where? Maybe here in Runa. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. I think that would work. Cell revitalization done. Beautiful. Okay, let's get administrative efficiency 5. Yeah, sure, why not? It is very possible this will be the last time that I stream this Blorg game, and then we'll start something new next week. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. We shall see. Maybe I'll just, every time I stream, I'll just talk about crap and bore you all to death with the sound of my very, very dreary and dull voice. I like that idea a lot more, really. There we go. Complete. And it's a tropical world. Beautiful. Now we can make it a Gaia world. Okay. Okay, so we have to make it a habitable world first. And then we can make it a Gaia world. Okay. Okay. Understand. I totally forgot to move the colony ship over here. Where the hell do we put this thing? Let's put it right here next to the... It's Borchi Foods. Yep, don't Don't change that. Right there next to the Betharian stone tile. Ooh, yes. Oh, my. Ooh, gonna give him the stinky. Emerald Mausoleum. High quality minerals. See, I can still colonize this, and when the Fallen Emperor, the spiritualist Fallen Empire, gets pissed off and declares war on me, our federated Awakened Empire ally will help us out. Well, okay, that's entirely theoretical because they will also be at war with the Fallen Empire, but will they actually send their fleet over to, like, help defend my planet? Probably not, because the AI in this game are a bunch of jack-offs. Eternal Bastion. Huh, what's on here? Military Academy, Autonomous Fabricators, Energy Nexus? You have an Energy Nexus on here? Really? Shield Harmonics, baby. Alright, let's do some more flash coolant. Oops, wrong system. So let's go over here. Enter orbit of Borchi Foods, please. As soon as that colony ship lands and starts colonizing the place, we can get rid of that frontier outpost. You know what I lost track of is the other construction ship building that frontier outpost over in Pleone, which it has now completed. So, do you know what that means? Neither do I. We're going to build 2 more private colony ships because we have 2 potential colonies in Pleone. They were ours. Excuse me, they were ours anyways. Back in the day. Let's go with... normally I would prioritize extraction patterns, but seeing as how we're going to have a bunch of colonies coming online, I'm going to get assembly algorithms this time. Disband that frontier station. Did it work? Nope. Disband. Go away. You also disband. Go away. And that just leaves the one in Pleone. Perfect. That's all I need. I don't care. I don't care. We got the Grok Science Nexus back, baby. Woo! Alright, now, what else can we do? We got... Oh, we can't build that around Pleone Science because that's going to be colonized in a little while. Why do we have these mining stations? Science Nexus completed. I don't care. These are just sucking up energy, really. Don't care for it. Doesn't really matter because we have a boatload of energy right now, but whatever. I'm being picky. Come on. Come on. I need you to go over here. Do stuff. Oh, that's the frontier outpost. I need to select the construction ship. Stupid. There we go. Enter orbit. Thank you very much. Alright, well that pretty much sums it up. I think, folks, because I need to put a frontier outpost in Blorg because we can recut. Yeah. We're going to get back to all of our colonies because I am terraforming and recolonizing all of the worlds that we lost when the Unbidden showed up. And it's going to be awesome. That's the plan. I don't think we'll stick around to see all of these plans come to fruition, though, because, like I said, I don't necessarily want to, I don't necessarily want to play this particular game anymore. We got to the end game. We're still alive. We're in a federation with the Awakened Empire. We beat back the Unbidden. Besides completely dominating the rest of the galaxy, like, what is there to do? Not very much. Okay, so we need to take the construction ship over here in Rasselgathi, and let's start building a Dyson Sphere site once we have the influence in about a bajillion years. I'm building too many frontier outposts, that's the problem. However,
Colonization in progress.
there we go. We can get rid of one more frontier outpost. GTFO. Perfect. Excuse me. Was there anywhere else that we colonized? Thriving Green? That is definitely not my world. Did I read that right? Herpes tendrils? Oh, sorry. Hope's tendrils. Wow. I don't know how I confused the word hope with herpes. Oh, Rasselas Mines. I totally forgot about this world. I knew there was another world over here somewhere that I was completely forgetting. Devil's Maw. We had that under our control, but we have another source of dark matter, so I don't necessarily need that one. Yeah, I think that's it. Just Rasselas Mines. Blorg, Rasselas Mines, and Pleione are the last worlds we need to... True up to you, man. I'm good either way. I appreciate that. I kind of want to do like a random empire start for the hell of it. I don't know why. It's just kind of intriguing me right now. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Jesus. It's been a long week. It's been a busy week. I gotta put these girl guides away. They're going straight to my ass. Okay. Blorg, you asshole. What do you mean? What do you mean, Joe? What does that mean? What are you saying? Why are you calling me an asshole? It hurts my feelings. Still salty about our 3-man fresh start. That I'll admit that is understandable. I did not mean to actually make you lose the game that early. I simply wanted to make you like a vassal or some crap. So I apologize for that. I gotta build another goddamn mining station over here. Really? Well, seeing as how there's only 37 minerals, I don't care! Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. From sneezing to yawning.
Research complete.
Everything's coming up Mobius. Alright, hull integrity. Let's grab that. Alright, construction ship in Pleione. Where are those colony ships? Hey, when we get the update, do you think that will include Shipyard? It's a giant pain in the ass to only be able to place around planets.
Colony established.
I mean, I mean, their plan was to include a ship management screen to make things significantly easier, if that's what you're asking. Alright, Borchi Foods. Make me some food. Gonna go basic hydroponics farm. I really want to consecrate this world, but goddamn, it's expensive. Plus, we're saving up for another mega structure. So I'll just build a couple basic hydroponics farms to increase our food output, which will increase the growth speed. Actually, I need a... What am I doing? I need a frontier clinic. Stupid. The shipbuilding megastructure. Not sure of the exact name. Oh, that only just came out in Federations, Joe, so we're not going to have that for a while. I think it's just called the Mega Shipyard. No, I think the next major mega structures that we'll get is the matter decompressor, which you construct around a black hole, and it generates a crap ton of minerals every month, and the strategic coordination center, which has to do with your naval capacity and your fleet command limit, because each admiral will only be able to command a certain amount of ships at a time. Minerals, yes. Also, megastructures will be getting completely changed. We won't be able to build a bajillion megastructures anymore. We'll only be able to build one. However, the Dyson Sphere and Science Nexus in particular should get massive buffs, so that the Dyson Sphere generates like 1,000 energy when it's completed, and the Science Nexus, each section each section is 75 science, so it should generate 225 when it's complete. So that's kind of the equivalent of like 2.5 Science Nexuses right now, and the Dyson Sphere is like exactly 2.5 Science Nexuses. Alright, private colony ships. Need you guys to go to where I want you to go. Alright, Blorg, we're going to terraform you now. You were a tropical world. Bloopity bloop bloop. And then colony ship. Enter orbit. Fire rate? I don't know what you mean, Joe, about fire rate. I don't know if the Strategic Coordination Center increases fire rate or anything like that, to be honest. But ships are like, I can suggest to you right now that I can tell you right now that you kind of need to start doing your own research for Stellaris 2.2, dude, because the entire core mechanics behind claiming territory and building ships is different. So as it is right now, where you colonize a planet and it projects a border around it in like a circular shape, and then you can build a frontier outpost elsewhere and it does the same kind of thing to a lesser degree, that is completely changing. Your border is going to be extended around a single system depending on where you build what's called a starbase. You claim the direct systems you want in your empire by constructing a starbase in it, and those star bases can be upgraded to have buildings like hangar bays and ship construction yards, and you build and you construct your ships in these star bases. It allows for more dynamic changes to be going on during a war. Like, for example, say we were at war with the Twaxidar regulators, and they had a starbase here in Sigma Draconis, Korgas, and Terrazed. If I send my fleet in and we take out their starbase in Sigma Draconis, they lose that system, and we actually have an opportunity to take it over for ourselves. So in theory, we could just take out these 3 starbases, and then either during or at the conclusion of the war, basically take them for our own control, and then, despite no real demands being made, I suppose, we could essentially steal control of these systems, I believe. but it's drastically different from what we have now, and I highly recommend starting to study up on it a little bit. You know, maybe not right away, but definitely I would say in the months leading up to summer here, for so that you're like somewhat prepared for when 2.2 comes out, whenever that is, right? Kind of like what you would regularly do when you're studying up on what's coming out for Ark Survival Evolved, so that you know ahead of time what the hell's going on. And you were balls deep in that shit, so. Build mining station. This is a good little spot to build a research station. Hells yeah. There's another one over there for 3 more physics energy. Hells yeah. Alright, Regulus 1A has been terraformed into it. Why did I terraform that into a tundra world? Am I stupid? Did I hit the wrong goddamn button because I'm an idiot? I think I did. What does it matter? It's still 100% habitable. No, it's not. I must have hit the wrong button. Man, I'm dumb. This is why I work dumb people jobs and not smart people jobs, because I'm not very smart. Wait, only one structure. Yes, megastructures got buffed, I believe in 2.0 was when they first got buffed, but their mechanics were changed where you could only construct one of your own. If you found a ruined one or you stole one from another empire, then you could have more than one. So say, for example, you take the Ascension perks to build yourself a ring world, you can only build yourself the one ring world. But if you get the Cybrex event chain and find the Cybrex homeworld, and there is a materialist fallen empire in the game, and you totally annihilate them and take control of their 3 ring world systems, you can essentially have 5 ring worlds, which is extremely powerful. Similar story with like a science nexus. You can build your own science nexus, and then exploring the galaxy, you find another ruined one, and it's like, oh shit! So you go over there and, you know, build a starbase so that you take control of that system, and then once you get the technology, you repair the science nexus, and you have 2 in your empire, and you get lots of science, lots of technology. Ooh, very good, very good. Well, it was only a month behind on the PC, not a year and a quarter. What are you talking about? We are way behind. We're like 2 years behind compared to PC right now, dude. You want me to answer that question? Yes, I do. Scourge is Strikecraft and mass drivers, right? Few shields. No, they don't use mass drivers. They actually do use some missiles, and they use these acid blasts. All the crisis events or crisis enemies use their own special weapons. The Scourge uses acid blasts, Scourge missiles, and Strikecraft. So yes on the Strikecraft, but they have 0 shields. They're all armor, so you want to go 100% anti-armor. Plasma weapons, Tachyon lances, those work best because they have the most armor ignore, but you can still use Giga Cannons and Kinetic Artillery because those do have some armor ignore. Not nearly as much as Tachyon lances and Plasma Cannons, though. You need lots of flak and point defense for them still, because they have a lot of missiles and Strikecraft. Excuse me. I'm going to end the stream in about 20 minutes. Can I replace this now? Yeah, screw it. Let's go ahead and start replacing. No, actually that's a bad idea. Let's wait. Let's keep waiting. Just a little bit longer. So here. Better yet, hang on, let me just quickly save the game. Blorg save game. I'll just go straight into this save file and show you a little portion of what I was going to do on Friday. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the ship designer here. I got like a bajillion ship designs because that's what I was gonna go over on Friday. So with your corvettes, I actually kind of recommend using the cutting lasers, which are the mining lasers that you get from the ancient mining drones. Slap on whatever hyperdrive you want. You can do jump drive as well. That works too. If you don't want just hyperdrive 3. Sentient combat computer or precognitive interface if you have that to increase their evasion. And then of course impulse thrusters and tachyon sensors. For your components, regenerative hull tissue. Because you're not going to use any shields. You're going to use one small and one medium 0-point reactor if you're going with the cutting lasers. And then the remaining slots are armor. You need to amp up your ship's armor values because the Scourge is weaker against armor than they are against shields. Of course, you could also just go with a bunch of small plasma cannons. The cutting lasers, they don't have as much DPS. They don't do as much damage per hit as a plasma cannon, in theory, but they ignore 100% of armor, which is all the Scourge has, so all of their damage goes directly to their hull, as opposed to some of it being absorbed by armor, whereas the plasma cannon only has 60% armor ignore. Despite doing higher damage, it also does not penetrate as much armor. The small cutting laser also has higher tracking, so it'll probably hit shots more often. Of course, if you want to go with even more accuracy, you could take the small gamma laser, but that only has 15% armor ignore, which is even less than the plasma cannon, so I don't really recommend it. So I would say mining drone laser, no cutting lasers. Are you sure you don't have the mining drone laser? You would have reversed if you studied the debris of any ancient mining drones. You would have got them, or got the option to research them. But yeah, either mining drones or plasma. Or sorry, either mining laser or plasma. That's the way to go because they have huge armor ignore. That would be for your corvette. Destroyer. I highly recommend an artillery bow with picket ship stern. So throw on 2-point defense because the point defense will really shoot down those incoming Scourge missiles. And the single large plasma cannon, the destroyers tend to hang back and form like a defensive wall in front of your battleship's formation. So the large plasma cannon gives them 80 range, so they can still hang back and kind of defend your battleships from incoming missiles and stuff with their point defense while still lobbing big ass balls of plasma. No torpedoes would think that would work. They're okay, but the Scourge definitely does have means of shooting down enemy missiles and strike craft. If I'm recalling battle outcomes correctly. I mean, you can try torpedoes, go for it. I don't care. Give it a shot, see what happens. If it works, great. Let's see the cruiser. This is actually an okay cruiser setup against the Prothoran. You have an advanced bomber wing and 2 medium plasma cannons because the cruiser is going to be right up in their face from the start of the battle. So the 2 medium plasma cannons are good to target the smaller Scourge ships, but they'll actually do like okay damage against any size of ship. It's their accuracy and tracking that you kind of need for the smaller Scourge ships to help destroy those, and that will help with that. The bomber is pretty good to help kind of cloud the skies with your own strike craft, and bombers work quite well against the Scourge because they have 100%, or sorry, they have 50% armor ignore, excuse me, but they do a lot of damage. Average damage 24 points per day. So, and then because you have a hangar core, you got 2 slots for point defense and a broadside stern for a single thing of flak artillery to really help, as this is kind of like your first line of anti-missile, anti-strike craft defense against the Scourge. And of course, sentient combat computer for the cruiser to increase its fire rate and its chance to hit. And then top level of everything else. If you have jump drives, throw those on, that's fine. But again, regenerative hull tissue in your 2 A slots, and then armor almost everywhere else, and just enough to power the ship. So like I've got plus 35 power. That's just enough. I don't think I can do anything else though. Yeah, see, I don't have enough power doing it that way, so I gotta go this way. Of course, if you have dragon scale armor, that's even better. Slap all that on. That's fantastic. But again, all armor, regenerative hull tissue. I forgot to mention that with the destroyer, as a matter of fact. Where is it? Yeah, the defensive components. Again, regenerative hull tissue. You got enough reactors to power the ship, and then the rest is armor. That's it. You probably could change up the destroyer a little bit and throw in a gunship bow, which gives you 2 small weapon slots, so 2 small plasma cannons, and then you get a medium slot for a flak artillery. So that would give you more defenses against missiles and strike craft, or you could also even do a picket ship bow, which gives you another slot for point defense instead. That's fine too, whichever works. And then the battleship for dealing with the Scourge. This is actually pretty straightforward. Take the Sentient Combat Computer for the increased weapon damage and fire rate bonus, and best hyperdrive you can, best thrusters and sensors you can. Spinal mount tachyon lance, that should go without saying. Hangar core, slap on floor flak artillery to really shoot down the enemy strike craft. That's almost overkill, but not quite. Seeing as how your destroyers have no flak artillery whatsoever, you kind of want to overdo it. And then another bomber wing to help out with the bomber wings from the cruisers, and then broadside stern has 2 more medium plasma cannons. Probably could switch this up so that the broadside stern has the 2 flak artillery, and then you have 4 medium plasma cannons in the hangar core. That works too. You could even do like a broadside or artillery core so that you have some large plasma cannons for more long-range damage as well. And some more medium slots with the broadside core would be a little bit preferable, because you could put on more flak artillery if you want to. Either way, keep the broadside stern so that you can stick with you can largely stick with 2 flak artillery if you have to. Even a carrier core actually kind of works. 2 small plasma cannons. You get 2 slots for point defense. Slap on flak artillery on the butt. And then you got 2 slots. You can do an advanced fighter and advanced bomber wing. So the fighters will shoot down, Scourge strike craft. Bombers will go after the Scourge ships. And just like with all the other ones, enough reactors to power it all. Everything else armor, and both slots in your auxiliary do regenerative hull tissue. So any of that kind of crap works. Yeah, obviously if you have things like psi shields or dragon scale armor, you want to be using that kind of stuff for your ship designs, because they are better than what you can normally get in game, like neutronium armor and hyper shields. The same goes if you have enigmatic deflectors from the enigmatic fortress. Those are just as good as psi shields. Excuse me. Enigmatic deflectors and psi shields. Better than hyper shields, the 2 best types of shields in the game. They are exactly the same in terms of overall strength, acquired in completely different means. It is possible to get both if you do the enigmatic fortress and get the enigmatic deflectors, and you have psionically ascended to breach the shroud and got the psi shields. So that's possible too. But I'll be talking about that kind of crap a lot more in detail next week, because I'll be streaming that exact save game file and going through a bunch of ship designs. There's a few more that I need to add. At least I think so. For dealing with things like fallen empires and stuff. I figure it's easier just to have the actual ship design saved rather than keep swapping out components repeatedly on the same ship design. So I'll just load them up. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, how's our influence generation? 1.4, still crap. Beautiful. Frontier outposts, I have 5. I can't get rid of any more until these worlds stop terraforming. Well, not step terraforming. Have completed terraforming, I should say. Razzlegeth the Gulag. Why are you missing a guy? Whatever, I don't care. It's a dude on Borchy Foods. That's perfectly fine. Alright. Let's build a hydroponics farm here. Boopity boop boop beep boop. Can't build a Paradise Dome or the Betharian power plant until we get a planetary administration. I'm not even sure I want to build a Betharian power plant now that I think about it. Do we really need the extra, like, 15 energy?
Incoming transmission.
What do we got? Research agreement with the Kundan Republic. Sure, dude. We can hook you up, little snails.
Complete.
Borchy Foods. Construction complete. Let's see how quickly our buildings finish constructing. Look, we got our basic mines and power plants finished building in less than 2 months. 49 days. That's pretty quick. Temple, 111 days. Of course, this would be faster if I enacted infrastructure projects. But again, we are saving up for a new megastructure to build a Dyson Sphere here in Runa. Although we're pretty much not gonna get to that because I doubt I'll be playing the Blorg again next week. And there's only 9 minutes left in tonight's stream. I kind of wasted about 10 minutes there jumping into that other save game. But I wanted the visual aid. Hey, want to see something cool? The galaxy looks so much bigger when you do all this garbage. Let's go Empire map mode. Especially in a brand new game. For some reason I feel like the when you take off all like the hyperlanes and all that crap, galaxies just look much more vast. And I think it's more because the stars in the game's galaxy blend in with the little well, I'd say stars, but technically they would be galaxies in the background there. Notice how the background doesn't move at all. It's just a spherical backdrop. Like it rotates and stuff, but it doesn't move when you move the camera. Alright, what do we got? Cell revitalization 4. Beautiful. Do want. Let's get proclamation broadcasts 2. Sure, why not? Anyways, Joe, I don't understand how the heck you could have failed to get the details on. With details off, we can actually zoom in. And, yeah, look at all that. It's all gone. Get rid of hyperlanes, get rid of sectors. Yep, now we just see the system name. Maybe some ships flying around. I gotta admit, Joe, I'm not sure how the hell you could have gone a game without getting the mining drone lasers. That's very, very unusual. But, whatever. It's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Oh man, you know what we're doing right now? We're flying through the universe in no man's sky. Shh. Look at all the stars going by. Oh my god. It's so beautiful. Shh. Okay, that's enough of Mobius ASMR. Well, look at this little guy over here. This little neutron star way up here all by himself. Generating some neutronium for us too, if we were ever to take that. Anyways, look, I gotta admit, it was a lot of fun playing the Blorg. Things did not go well in several sections, but as much as I kind of hate it when a wrench is thrown in my plans, it's stuff like that that really makes this game interesting. You know, unexpected crap because of my own stupidity. Like having a defensive pact with an empire that an entire federation disliked. That was oodles of fun. How much longer for these other technologies? Jeez. these other technologies, geez. I mean, I am extending the time it's taking to complete these technologies by colonizing new worlds. I understand that. Let's put this guy down here. So with 5 minutes left, I would like to take this time to thank everybody who came by to watch me play this live. As I said, it was a lot of fun playing the Blorg. There was so much interaction with a lot of you guys in the stream. Just with the higher overall viewer counts over the course of the couple hours compared to, you know, even when I was streaming this last year, I would get maybe 2 or 3 people in at a time. So not much chatting going on, but nowadays it's awesome. We're averaging like 6 to 8 people dropping in, which I know it doesn't sound like a huge deal, especially compared to people who can get like hundreds or thousands, but it clearly is a big deal because there's way more activity in chat. I'm talking with you guys the whole time, answering your questions. You're asking me questions, commenting on what's going on in the game, blah blah blah. As for the Blorg game itself, like I said, it was very interesting. It was really nice getting the Unbidden showing up one time. I think something on them bugged though, because they should have been like expanding more and building those dimensional anchors in more systems, which would have made things much more difficult for us in the long run, because we would have had to go after those anchors and destroy them before we could have taken out the interdimensional portal itself. But still, not going to complain. It was a pleasant surprise having the Unbidden show up for once. It was also very fun breaching the Shroud and playing a psionic empire this time around. Let's reach into the Shroud one more time. Increased ship speed, increased evasion, increased army morale, whatever. They can no longer maintain the link. And we didn't even get anything. Okay, awesome. One last fuck you from the game before we never come back to this save file, I guess. You get your Nexus back from them? Yes, it is. We got our Nexus and our Dyson Sphere here in Zuner. Here's the complete Dyson Sphere that we got back. It's kind of eerie looking with that green glow, you know? Imagine putting this around a green star. That would be really cool. Anyways, so we got the Dyson Sphere back. We also got the Science Nexus that was in Borchi, which was in their territory when they had the dimensional anchor nearby. We just recently got the Science Nexus back from Pleione, too. This was the first Science Nexus we built and got upgraded with the consciousness of one of our scientists, hence why it's called the Gralk Nexus. And we completed another Science Nexus down here in Ferranis Black Hole. So we have 4 Science Nexuses, a Dyson Sphere, and a Sentry Array. Mine is around a red star. Pretty nifty. Let's see, what finished terraforming? Regulus 3, eh? I didn't realize Regulus 3 was a 21-tile world. Why didn't I realize that? This is only a 15-tile world, but still decent candidates for colonization. Yeah, it's been enjoyable. I was kind of hoping that I would be able to get the end of the cycle by breaching the Shroud. That would have been really cool as well. Having that at the same time as the Unbidden, when it's like, okay, so the Unbidden showed up, but in 15 years, the end of the cycle also kicks in. That would have been amazing. Not going to happen, though, which is fine. It was interesting picking a pre-made empire rather than trying to min-max something else or go for something, or I should say, you know, meme it up and go for something super specific and just go crazy with that. So I'm going to go ahead and save the game again. Yeah, I've got nothing but good things to say about this this particular playthrough. Hopefully you folks learned quite a bit from playing it. Some new things that I've covered, or sorry, some new things that I've not covered in previous playthroughs, namely the Psionic Ascension path, as well as battling the Unbidden. I hope that you guys got some ideas and all that jazz out of some of this. So, yeah. Big C Burger, Chrono0401, thanks for coming by. Just about to go offline for the night, though. So yeah, I think that's going to sum it up for tonight. Tony Knott, Blade Phoenix, Mortanus, Joe the Frogman, thank you for showing up and being active with me in chat. Thanks to all of those who also showed up just to watch. Gooseman, Virgo Pros, Chrono, Big C Burger, Antsology. It was good to see you. Feel free to come by in the future again. Those of you watching on YouTube, like I said at the beginning, thank you very much for watching. This has been Mobius Y for Stellaris Console Edition. If you would like to see more Stellaris Console Edition content, please subscribe to the channel. Dingle that dongle so that you're notified when I upload a new video, as I do upload at least once per week since I stream this typically on Tuesdays. Check out the links in the description below for my Twitch channel, which I stream this on prior to uploading. It would be fantastic to have you folks come by and watch me play this live. The schedule is there as well. Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is typically when I start, and Fridays at either 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if I'm just going to play something else by myself, or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if I have a multiplayer games ready to go for Stellaris Console Edition. I think this Friday I'll start at the later time. Maybe? I don't know. I'll probably just decide when the day rolls around, but I'm not going to do multiplayer again as of right now. I am still having issues with Xbox Live Party connectivity and getting people into the same joining friends in the same damn game. Not just with Stellaris, but like other games too. I'm experiencing issues, so I'm not going to do multiplayer again this Friday. So I do apologize for those of you who were hoping for that. I had 3 new people lined up to join last week, and the thing that pisses me off the most about not being able to get a game going last week is I was very excited to get some new people in the game who had not been in it before. So I kind of feel like I let those people down by not being able to actually get the multiplayer game started. So if you're watching, you know who you are. I do apologize. I hope we can get a multiplayer game going sometime in the near future. But this Friday, I'm going to go over ship designs. It's a long overdue topic. I need to get her done. And rather than record a video, a scripted, pre-done video, I'm just going to wing it and do it live, mostly from memory with not much scripting going on. But as you can see from that save file that I booted up earlier, it's pretty much ready to go because I have a whole bunch of ship designs in that. What the hell else was I going to say? Oh yeah, the link's in the description below. There's also my Twitter feed, which is a great way to keep in touch with me, and I'll post important announcements. Well, honk, think, Blorg to you too, sir, and a good evening. Thank you, Big C Burger. I hope to see you again soon. Blade Phoenix, we'll see you again next time, buddy. Check out my Twitter feed. Great way to keep in touch with me. I'll post important announcements if I have to postpone or cancel a stream. And of course, the Discord channel where you can come by. We've gotten past 90 members, so closing in on 100 members. Most everybody in there plays Stellaris Console Edition either on Xbox or PS4. So if you or yourself are interested in getting together with some other people and setting up multiplayer games on your platform of choice, we do have people on both platforms. So jump in the Discord, talk with some other people, discuss ideas, ask questions, and be a part of the small community that we've actually got steadily growing on a monthly basis here. Again, thank you very much to those of you who came by to watch this live, and thank you to those of you who have watched this on YouTube at its future upload time. I'll see you guys again on Friday with a live stream about ship designs. Until then, this is Mobius Y signing out. Enjoy the rest of the week. Stay safe. Stay corona-free.